What's up guys, it's Anthony, and in today's video we're going to be working on a 2011 Jeep Liberty with the 3.7 liter engine. Sorry if you can hear my heater. It's really cold outside right now and it's running because it's cold. So today's video we're going to be replacing some spark plugs on this 3.7 liter. Again, another spark plug thing. I've already checked this one out and went through it and did all that stuff, and then we went to move it around and it started having some misfire codes and it was on cylinder number 3. So we went ahead and moved the spark plug from 3 over to 6, and this is a 3 coils with wires that run to the other bank. So I moved the spark plug and it chased the spark plug over to number 6 and had the misfire there. So we're going to go ahead and throw a set of plugs in it and see what happens. We might also need to replace some coils, but it's going to be the first thing we do today. So let's go ahead and jump on into getting these spark plugs replaced, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So like I said, you got 1, 2, and 3 coils. I believe this is just like the newer 3.7 liter, because on my wife's Liberty, she's got 6 coils on both sides. But you can see you got your coils here, and then these wires that run over here, and then you got your just wires going in. So we're just going to go ahead and disconnect these plugs, and all you got to do is press right here at the front and slide them back. So we're going to just go ahead and disconnect the 3 of these, pull them back, and then I'm just going to go ahead and take this vacuum line off of the throttle body here. Let me use 2 hands and then I'll continue doing what I was doing. Alright, so we got this just tucked out of the way. We've got the coils disconnected. Now, just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to leave this side, the wires connected, and do that side just one by one. But I just wanted to get this started. I'm gonna actually go ahead and remove this intake tube just for the simple sake of video wise. That way you guys can see a little bit better of what I'm doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get an 8mm socket and a ratchet. Go ahead and take this off, and then get this plug off, and then we'll go from there. So we're gonna go ahead and start by getting this intake tube off, like I said. So we got that sensor unhooked. It's just this little safety tab right here. You pull it down, and then you push down here. Then you take it off, and then you're good to go there. And then I'm gonna take my 8mm socket and ratchet, loosen this hose clamp off the throttle body, and then I'm just going to go ahead and take the clips off for the air box, and we're just going to lift this whole section up out of here, pull this off the throttle body, unhook the PCB, take this whole intake tube and air filter cover off. And then we have all sorts of room for activities and stuff like that down in here. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Alrighty, so you got one right there, another one right here, and the last one back here. And these are just like regular spark plug wires. Should just be able to kind of pull up on them, and they should just pop out of there, just like so, just like that. And we're just going to do these one at a time, that way we don't get the wires out of order. If you do have factory ones, you can see right here it says 2 to 5, so that's cylinder number 2, and cylinder number 5 is where this one goes to. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. and 6. So it's 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6. Just so you know. So let's go ahead and blow some air down in there, just because it is pretty dirty. See the spark plugs right there. So I'm just going to blow some air in there, get it nice and clean, and then we'll pull that spark plug out and get it replaced with the new spark plugs that we have. So we're just going to spray some air in there. See all that dirt that's coming flying out of here. So, and you don't want to do this with the spark plug out, just because you don't want none of that dirt and debris getting down into the motor. So we'll get that all cleaned up. And then we'll go ahead and start pulling that plug. You're just going to want to grab yourself a ratchet with your 5/8 spark plug socket. Just gonna wanna get it down into the hole and get it locked on. I'll show you guys what that looks like. You can see the shiny spark plug well down in there. See if I can do this looking through the camera. And I think we're getting it, but this tube is in the way. And then you just want to get your socket seated down onto it, like so. Make sure you're taking it off, and then just crack it loose, and sit here and spin it out. So I'll see you guys when I get it out, and kind of what the next steps are. So just like that, we've got one spark plug out, which they're not looking the best. The camera picks it up. But yeah, they're not looking too good. NGK, so I would assume that these are probably the factory plugs for this. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and look up what spark plug gap is for the plugs on this, and check all the gaps on all 6 plugs. That way we're done with them and we can just drop them in. And so let's go ahead and look that up, and I'll show you guys how to gap spark plugs. Alright, so we've got all of them gapped. I just gapped them the same as what this was, and it was at 40 thousandths. So yeah, you can gap them at whatever you feel like you want, or what you feel like. This could be right, this could be wrong, you know, to each their own. So back to, these are all gapped. We've got our one plug out, so we're gonna go ahead and take a little bit of dielectric grease and put on the spark plug boot. Just put a little bit in there just to make sure that we get a good connection, no corrosion or water can get in there and have any sort of issues. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. So we've got our little bit of dielectric grease. We're just gonna take it, plop it in there, just like so. And then we're gonna take our spark plug and put in our extension with our socket, drop it down in there by hand, thread it all the way in till it gets too tight to do by hand, and then hit it with a ratchet, and they get torqued to 20 foot-pounds, or just, you know, feel it out. So, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and just drop this in like that, and drop it down here in the hole, and tighten it up by hand. So during this, if you guys are new, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers. If you found this video helpful, entertaining, any little bit, any sort of support, greatly appreciated. I know I've been doing a lot of spark plug videos. That's just kind of what's been coming in the shop. Probably going to try and get some Jeep stuff in there, and and see what we can do about splitting up the content a little bit. So this all might get a little bit out of order. Who knows? But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and feel this out and then pull this out. And then put our spark plug wire back down in the hole. Make sure it gets seated nice and good. Down onto the plug. So this is a little bit of a difficult situation. And then just give it a little tug, make sure there feels like there's some resistance in there. And then go ahead and move on to the next one. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock these other two ones out. And I'll see you guys when we get to the side with the coil packs. Alrighty, so this side's all done. Gapped, dielectric grease, I'll put back in. Torque to spec. So this side, we're just gonna go ahead and remove these 10mm bolts, 1, 2, and 3 on each coil. And then I'm just gonna leave the wire hooked up, and we're just gonna pick it up and move it out of the way. There should be enough room. If not, I'll just do it one by one. And same process, pull it out, spray the hole out with some air, and then pull the plug out, put a new plug in, dielectric grease, you know the deal. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get that started on this side, and we'll see you guys when I'm done. All right, and there you guys have it. That's all done. Everything's plugged back in. This is plugged in. This is tight. We connected the brake booster again. All that's good. So all you got to do is double check your work. Go ahead and start it. Drive it around. Make sure it's good to go, and you're all good to go. So again, if you guys did find this video helpful or entertaining or anything, or you have any comments of what you guys want to see next or anything that you guys need to know, let me know. But other than that, it has been Anthony. I'm going to talk to you guys later.